The production you are about to view is a compilation of remarks pre-recorded by the hosts and honorees who are currently at Wolfert's Roost Country Club viewing along with you. This hybrid style event was our way of ensuring a smooth, uninterrupted awards ceremony in an unpredictable environment. One honoree was unable to record his remarks in advance and as such will be added at the conclusion of the program for later viewing. A link to this presentation will also be available on the LifePath website and its social media. Please enjoy the presentation and thank you for celebrating the 25th Annual Third Age Achievement Awards along with us.
Good morning and welcome to the 25th Annual Third Age Achievement Awards presented by LifePath and sponsored by CDPHP. I'm Benita Zahn, anchor and health reporter at WNYT, and I'm delighted to once again serve as MC of this exciting event. And let me start by acknowledging the honorees and their guests. We're so proud to recognize you for your ongoing achievements to the community. It's also my pleasure to welcome all of you watching from afar. We appreciate your continuing support of this event, in spite of the changed format due to the many restrictions caused by the pandemic. So let's kick things off by welcoming Thomas Flynn, past honoree and chair of this year's event, and he's got a few words to share.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 25th anniversary of the annual Third Age Achievement Awards. I'm Tom Flynn from Jaeger & Flynn Associates, one of last year's Lucky Award winners. The Third Age Achievement Awards were created over 25 years ago to celebrate individuals in the Capital Region who are still making significant contributions to our community after the age of 60, showing the world that life and the contributions we can make don't stop at 60, 70, 80, or over. This annual ceremony honors an extraordinary group of Mythbusters while supporting the ongoing work of LifePath, formerly Senior Services of Albany, in providing supportive services and social programs to older adults throughout the Albany County area and beyond. When Maria Jones called me last year to let me know that I'd been selected to be an award recipient, at first I was caught a bit off guard and was confused. I was still happily living in denial, not paying much attention to the fact that I was over 60 years old. Then I'd never heard of the third age. It sounded a bit like something from Star Wars. And when I looked up its meaning, I nearly called Maria back to let her know that I was going to have to decline the award since I preferred to stay in the second age. The third age was a little too close to the fourth age for me. But I finally was able to get over that and showed up to receive my award at this time last year. I put on the usual airs. Aw, shucks. What I'd been doing was nothing special. I was just doing what I'd been taught to do and was supposed to do. Think nothing of it. But I have to be honest with you, it was all an act. It did really mean something to be recognized and appreciated. And as I reach age 65 this year, I'm becoming increasingly aware of being surrounded by assumptions. He's an old guy. He's near the end of his career. Be nice. Humor him. This year's award winners, like those of the past years, prove that those assumptions are drastically wrong. There is so much important work being done by us oldsters. Now, I would like to introduce you to Vera Dordick, the LifePath board chair, who will share with you more about LifePath and the wonderful supporters of today's event.
Thank you, Tom, for that wonderful introduction. I'm Vera Dordick. I have the distinct pleasure of serving as president of the board of directors of LifePath, something I feel very passionate about. LifePath has been serving older adults and their caregivers for nearly 70 years in our community. And we're dedicated to keeping our older neighbors and friends healthy and safe by providing effective programs and supports to help them stay connected to our communities. Every year, we touch the lives of more than 4,000 older adults. And we do this by providing myriad programs that include our signature Meals on Wheels program, to community dining, to social adult day programs. This year, we also have a new initiative providing elder abuse intervention in partnership with the Legal Aid Society of Northeastern New York. We're so thrilled to have so many of you with us today, including our supporters, longtime supporters, past honorees, everyone to support us. By helping with this event, you are funding these and many more programs, and for that, we are truly grateful. LifePath has been privileged to work with many wonderful organizations in the community, and we'd like to acknowledge our corporate and community partners, as well as today's sponsors, because without them, today's event would definitely not be possible. We'd like to recognize presenting sponsor CDPHP, Enable Business Solutions, Cheshire Audio Visual, the Masry Charitable Foundation, United Group of Companies, Albany Medical Center, the Walter Borisenik Family Foundation, E. Stewart Jones Hacker and Murphy LLP, the Legal Aid Society of Northeastern New York, MVP Healthcare, the Northeastern Association of the Blind at Albany, Renaissance Albany, Rose and Kiernan Incorporated, and Tucker Strategies. At this time, I have the distinct pleasure of inviting Alicia Kelly, Vice President for Medicare Performance at CDPHP and the presenting sponsor of this year's Third Age Achievement Awards, to say a few words. Alicia?
It is my pleasure to be here today on behalf of CDPHP. I'd like to start by commending LifePath for finding a safe way for us to gather, while also including the folks at home, so we can all take a few moments together to celebrate the accomplishments of so many important people. It is our privilege at CDPHP to sponsor this event, as our relationship with LifePath means a great deal to us. CDPHP is also proud to sponsor with LifePath on a number of other programs that they offer, such as Senior Expo and Meals on Wheels. And we look forward to many years of continued partnership. I'd like to take a moment now to commend today's honorees. You have pursued your dreams, enriched our communities, and provided unparalleled leadership where it was needed most. Especially given how incredibly difficult this past year has been, you have doubled down on your efforts to ensure that this great community that we call home is a better and safer place to live. I would be remiss if I didn't give a special nod to CDPHP President and Chief Executive Officer, Dr. John Bennett. Dr. Bennett, it is my privilege to work alongside and for you, and I can speak with utmost certainty from personal experience that you are incredibly deserving of this award. Congratulations again to all of today's honorees and to LifePath for celebrating 25 years of this wonderful event. On behalf of CDPHP, I hope you enjoy today's program.
Thanks, Alicia, for the generous support that CDPHP provides to LifePath year after year. And now, without further ado, this year's honorees. And they come from all occupations and lifestyles, and we're excited to have 8 such qualified individuals who more than deserve this award. And we start with Dr. Alice Green, the Executive Director of the Center for Law and Justice, a civil rights organization she founded in 1985. She holds a doctorate in criminal justice and 3 master's degrees in education, social work, and criminology. In 1985, Governor Cuomo appointed Dr. Green to membership on the Citizens Policy and Complaint Review Council of the New York State Commission of Corrections. A year later, with Senate approval, he appointed her to the position of Deputy Commissioner of the New York State Division of Probation and Correctional Alternatives. She was put in charge of strategic planning, policy, and information. After leaving state service, Alice became legislative director for the New York Civil Liberties Union, where she had served as director of their Albany office in 1982. An adjunct professor at the University at Albany, Dr. Green has also taught at Russell Sage and Siena College. She began her career as a secondary school teacher and social worker. For many years, she directed Trinity Institution, a youth and family services center in Albany's South End. While there, Alice also did community organizing and founded the South End Scene, one of the longest published Black newspapers in Albany. Dr. Green writes and lectures on racism and criminal justice, and often does commentary and analysis for a number of newspapers and television and radio programs. She's also published 3 books. In 1997, Alice founded and is now president of the Payden Institute and Retreat for Writers of Color, located in the Adirondacks. Writers are provided technical assistance and a free environment for writing. Dr. Green is a member of the board of directors of the New York State Defenders Association, vice president of Senior Hope, an alcohol and drug counseling program, and member of the advisory board of the Capital District chapter of the NYCLU. She's a founder of the African American Cultural Center of the Capital Region, and for over 20 years she worked as a prison volunteer. Honored by many organizations, it's clear why Dr. Green's been selected as a recipient of the Third Age Achievement Award. Dr. Green is a true warrior as she continues to dispel the myth that growing old means slowing down, and having run alongside her, I know she hasn't slowed down. Dr. Green, we are honored to present this award to you.
Wow, this is such a great honor to be recognized for the work that, someone does, and they're committed to it and compelled to do it. And I'm just delighted to share this award with some other wonderful people that are getting an award today. So it's a great pleasure. The work that I do has been extremely rewarding, and I've been privileged to work for my community for so many years, and I've been able to develop my greatest joy, which is the Center for Law and Justice, that addresses civil and human rights issues. And we also do a lot of advocacy work for people who are in need of services and support. So for me, it's been really great. But I always, when I get an award, I really like to pay homage to the people who have been most influential in my life. And so I have to go back quite a ways. I had a great grandmother who lived to be 100, and I was fortunate enough to actually see her when I was an infant. She was born enslaved, and she raised my mother. And then I had a grandmother, a paternal grandmother, who was actually a sharecropper in the South. And of course, my parents, who grew up during Jim Crow times in the South, wanted to find something better for their children. And so they were part of the Great Migration, which went north to find something that was better for their family. So I'm really delighted that I have been able to do the work that I do and to recognize those people who had great influence on me. I'm often asked, and too many times lately, why don't you retire? And when somebody asks me that, I sort of look at them mystified. Why would I retire from doing something that I think is so important and something that I enjoy doing so much? I mean, why would you retire and not complete all the stuff, try to complete all of the important things that you wanted to do? There's so many, I think, ways to work with other people. I work with young people, and I just can't see myself, giving that up. And I will do whatever I can do as long as I can. But I don't think in terms of, being over a certain age as limiting. I have a lot of experience to share with young people, and I learn a lot from them. And for me, that's life. And I want to continue to enjoy that which is helpful to the community and that which I get such great pleasure out of. So I'm just delighted that you have recognized the work that I do. And, giving us this award is just like icing on the cake, because I really get a lot of rewards in terms of the work that I do from people that we've helped and will continue to help. So thank you very much for this great honor.
Thank you, Dr. Green. And again, congratulations. Our next honoree is Jim Harris Sr., who attributes his strong work ethic to his faith and the life skills he developed delivering the Times-Union and the Knickerbocker newspapers to 200 customers at the young age of 12. Well, fast forward nearly 70 years, and Mr. Harris is the founder and chairman of Janitronics Facility Services, a successful high-performance cleaning enterprise that has grown into an 1,800-employee organization since he founded it back in 1972. At Janitronics, Jim's employees are responsible for cleaning institutions across the northeastern region in New York State and Vermont, including schools, office complexes, critical healthcare units, and semiconductor facilities, work that is so very, very vital right now in particular. The oldest of 4 boys, Mr. Harris attended the Concordia Teachers College for a year before returning to Albany to gain hands-on work experience. Mr. Harris held several jobs, but one that really turned his life around was delivering liquor to bars and liquor stores between Albany and south to the Palisades. Knowing that he needed to provide for his family, he later attended night classes at Russell Sage to further his education. Community and family are most important to Mr. Harris, shown through the many leadership positions he holds on boards within the community and through the halls of his businesses. Jim is proud to be the leader of a company with 3 generations, all in highly responsible positions. Jim, your leadership, faith, love of community, and your family brings you here today to accept the Third Age Achievement Award.
Well, thank you for being part of this important group of people who are leaders in our community. I really appreciate this. This is actually quite an honor for me. I have born, raised, and educated mostly in this community. I started a business in this community. We are tied directly to everything we do because it's a service into facilities, and it's a maid service that we put together, which is an international company. And that gets into the homes of people and such. So we're really tied to the community, and this makes this a special privilege. I'll tell you a short story how we grew from 9 employees to 2,000 employees. When I first started the business, I didn't know anybody. Now I know everybody. I didn't know anybody at the time. And so I figured I got to get a way to meet people. And I went to business books and what have you. And I said, for every one of these strategies, there's a counter strategy. So let me try something different. So what I did is I bought about 8 dozen Titleist golf balls. And I put Janitronics on the golf balls. And what I did at Friday nights, about 9 o'clock, I would go to all of the local country clubs. And I would take a ball and I would throw it in the rough next to a fairway. Because I know the Saturday morning group are all type of mostly customers of mine or prospects. And I would throw that ball. It had to be in the rough. I got this down to a process. It had to be in the rough because if it was in the middle of the fairway, a golfer walking up would see it and say, "This obviously somebody hit into our fairway." But if it's in a rough, it's a doubt. You don't know for sure. And people are liable to pick it up. Oh, I did this for quite a while through the summer. And I'm at Wolford's Roost one time, and I'm on Route 9. I'm getting ready to throw the golf ball out onto there was a fairway there, and I think it's a par 5 hole, I'm not sure. So I throw it out, and who pulls up behind me is the Albany Police Department. The guy gets out and says, "What's going on?" So I tell him the story. This is a marketing strategy for me to meet people and so on and so forth. Later on, the guy wanted a job with me. We hired him part-time, but it didn't work out. So I started to go to cocktail parties, and people would say, "Yeah, I know your company." Well, they don't know my company. Never heard of me, except they had my golf ball. I met a lot of people. They were top-notch golf balls, I guess. But anyway, that's how I got known. That's how the company got known. One of the ways we did it. But we joined organizations who interact with the community, and it's been great. So I want to conclude by saying, once again, this has been a great honor and a great privilege. And I look forward to meeting everybody at the session that we're going to have. Maria, thank you very much.
Congratulations, Jim. Lillian Moy has been the executive director of the Legal Aid Society of Northeastern New York since 1995. A 1974 graduate of Hunter College of the City University of New York and a 1981 grad of Boston University School of Law, Ms. Moy is also a member of the Albany Medical Center Board of Directors. She's a nationally recognized leader, writer, and trainer in the civil legal aid community. Her areas of expertise include leadership development and diversity. Ms. Moy currently serves on the American Bar Association's Diversity and Inclusion Council and is chair of their Coalition on Racial and Ethnic Justice. She is past chair of the Civil Policy Group and a past member of the board of the National Legal Aid and Defender Association. Ms. Moy serves on the New York State Bar Association's President's Committee on Access to Justice, Committee on Legal Aid, and Committee on Diversity and Inclusion. She's also co-convener of the New York Diversity Coalition, a group of legal services staff and managers dedicated to raising and resolving diversity issues in the legal aid community. Ms. Moy has received many professional awards, and we are honored to add the Third Age Achievement Award to her portfolio. Lillian, come on and accept your award.
Hello, I want to thank all of you for joining us today. And I want to thank LifePath for honoring me with the Third Age Achievement Award. I'm really happy that this period of my life has been noticed by an organization that has served and supported our elders so well for so many years. Now, because I have always been very advanced, I actually started my third age in my mid-50s when I had a serious stroke that left me disabled. After that, I rehabbed, I went back to work, and I had, as they say, my best year ever as the director of the Legal Aid Society of Northeastern New York. Since then, one of my kids graduated from college. Both of my girls have found partners and bought houses. One has made me a grandmother, and at work, I am able to continue to grow the life-changing services that we offer to low-income people at the Legal Aid Society and to nurture emerging leaders. More important, I have been able to work with my colleagues to respond to the systemic racism around us by creating a priority, a commitment to ensuring equitable treatment, services, and outcomes for people of color. Now, legal aid will always serve all people in need, but this focus on race equity, both internally and externally, I think could be the greatest hallmark of my service at the end of the third age. This work is not easy and it takes courage. So I know it will also be the greatest challenge I've undertaken in over 25 years as the director of the Legal Aid Society. For me, there could be no better way to spend one's third age. So deep thanks to my family, to my daughters, my beautiful granddaughter, Harper Wells. Thank you to my dear Elliot for being here with me today and all days, and to my friends and my colleagues at the Legal Aid Society of Northeastern New York for doing our work and serving our clients so well. Thank you very much.
Lillian, congratulations. Our next honoree is Marcia White. In March 2020, Marcia White was unanimously chosen by the College of St. Rose Board of Trustees as the college's interim president. In the years since, Marcia has led the college on a path to sustainability and named the development of a truly inclusive living and learning environment as one of her top priorities. Working with the board and the St. Rose community, Ms. White has become known for her transparent and direct style and deep commitment to the St. Rose values of caring for the neighbor and meeting the needs of the times. A woman of deep faith, she often tells students and staff that she feels called to lead St. Rose at this time of a global pandemic, deep national reflection on race and social justice, and economic challenge, particularly in higher education. She leads with compassion and a decisiveness based on her experience as a nurse, a mother, and an executive in government and the arts. Marcia is a St. Rose alum and served for 20 years on the St. Rose Board of Trustees. She's chaired its Trustees Affairs and Governance Committees. She's president of Marcia White Consulting and was the press secretary to the majority in the New York State Senate. After that, Ms. White served as president and executive director of the Saratoga Performing Arts Center. She is widely credited for having led a financial and artistic transformation that ensured SPAC's continuation as a preeminent cultural institution and major economic driver in the Capital Region. Marcia has been a director of the governing board of the New York State Commission on Independent Colleges and Universities and is a member of the Commission's Alumni Hall of Distinction. Add to all that, Ms. White has served on the boards of several Capital Region nonprofit organizations and received numerous awards for her leadership in the Capital Region and beyond. Marcia, we're so proud to honor you today with one of this year's Third Age Achievement Awards.
Thank you, LifePath, for this extraordinary honor. I'm humbled by the extensive list of former honorees, and I'm especially proud to be in the company of such distinguished, accomplished, compassionate, and caring friends who are also being honored today. We are all connected, and LifePath is helping us discover our connections. We are all on an incredible journey, and only God holds that roadmap. We have the task of determining which path to take, which turn to make. But if you still the noise of life and you open your heart, you will hear the traffic controller whisper. Your life will be a great and continuous unfolding. I never planned any of my 5 careers. These blessings were delivered to me because I listened and knew in my heart and soul to say, yes, this is the time. This is your calling right now, this very moment. Mark Twain said, don't wait, the time will never be just right. Well, God's timing for you is always just right. When the path reveals itself, follow it. Take the deep dive. You will come to know things that can only be known with the wisdom of age and the face of years. Most of those things will have to do with forgiveness. I've been blessed in my life to meet many people. People like Paul McCartney and Mick Jagger are rocking life on the stage, not in rocking chairs. Nor are we. Defy expectations. You're on the right side of the grass, so look forward to the many more gifts you have to give. What you seek is seeking you. As we flourish, so will the world. Thank you, LifePath. You rock.
Marcia, thank you and congratulations. And I look forward to seeing you in person and celebrating. Pastor Nicholas Tibordo was raised in Salem, New York, and after attending Hamilton College and Princeton Theological Seminary, Pastor Nick, as he's known, moved to Cohoes with his wife, Reverend Terry Stein Tibordo, on the same day they graduated from seminary in 1977. Together, they were the first husband and wife co-pastors in the Presbytery of Albany as they began their service at the United Church of Cohoes. Terry and Nick had 7 children together. After Terry's death in 2003, Pastor Nick continued as solo pastor at United Church. In 2009, he married Roberta Fath. She had a child, and recently they added an adult daughter to their blended family. Pastor Nick and Roberta excitedly tell people they have 9 children and 18 grandchildren. They also have numerous children they call near grandchildren. When Pastor Tibordo retired 4 years ago, he passed the mantle of leadership of the United Church to his daughter, Caitlin. Of course, retirement does not mean slowing down. Pastor Nick continues to serve as an associate for pastoral care. He also conducts a weekly communion service and preaches about once every 6 weeks. He's also fully involved in the Matthew 25 ministries, which include weekly congregate dining and the distribution of free clothing to all in need. In his spare time, Pastor Nick accompanies the Silver Tops Choir, who rehearse at the Cohoes Senior Center. Life is full for Pastor Tibordo, to say the least. He continues to serve the Lord in the community and loves to travel. Pastor Nick, it only seems fitting that we honor you today as a member of the 2021 class of Third Age Achievement Awards.
Thank you, Vanita. I really appreciate it. I want to tell you, I don't feel like there's anything I'm doing that deserves honoring. I accepted Christ as my Savior when I was 19 years old, and I've been following him and seeking to do his will ever since. And there is no retirement clause in that call. I have served at the United Church of Cohoes for 40 years. For the last 4 years, I've been retired, but I am still serving as an associate for pastoral care. I love what I do, and I am seeking to show the world by my life that I am a follower of Christ. And it is not anything that is a burden to me. It's a joy and a delight. Many people know Christians for what they're against, but I'm excited to show what we're for: love, forgiveness, mercy. I'm excited by what I do every day. It guides what I do with my family. It guides what I do in the church. We have a ministry called Matthew 25, where we seek to reach out to the marginalized in society, to those that need to know they're loved and cared for. I know I just came from helping a man move into an apartment. He's been living in a motel as a homeless person, and it's exciting to see him now moving into an apartment right here in Cohoes. One of the things that I am working on in my life right now in this period, I really sense that I have kind of rushed through life. And if there is any benefit to this term retirement, it is that I can take a deep breath and seek to be in the moment more. When I look at what I've done in my family, I realize that maybe I rushed through some milestones. I've now got 18 grandkids, so I'm trying to be there for all of those grandkids. But I love what I do, and I get up every day excited to be doing it. I'm thankful for this award, but I'm thankful for the opportunity to share with all of you that I give all the glory to God, and I hope to continue doing what I do until I draw my final breath. But again, thank you very much.
Congratulations, Pastor Nick. Paul Lamar, two passions, writing and music, governed Paul Lamar's 75 years, for which he credits is his parents, Robert and Ethel, and splendid teachers at Albany High and Yale University. Paul has turned these enthusiasms into a variety of jobs, teaching English at Emma Willard School, the College of St. Rose, SUNY Cobleskill, Green Correctional Facility, and SAGE, as well as GED at St. Peter's Addiction Recovery Center, and reviewing theater for the Daily Gazette since 1996. And thank you, Paul, for your kind words when it was a show that I was in. As a volunteer, Mr. Lamar has conducted the senior chorus, the Cannoneers at the Waterville Elite Senior Center for the past 42 years, accompanied the Capitol Pride Singers, taught memoir writing at Howe Library, and written program notes for the Albany Symphony Orchestra since 1997 and Albany Pro Musica for the last 7 years. In short, I think we can say Paul has enjoyed a life of the mind and stimulating collaborations with many others in the Capital Region. Slowing down, well, that's not an option for Paul. When the pandemic struck last year and schools were forced to move to a virtual or hybrid model, Paul and his husband, Mark, became part-time educators and caregivers for one of their 2 grandchildren who continues to take remote classes today. This is possibly one of the best and most rewarding jobs in Paul's career. In addition to their 2 grandchildren, Paul and Mark have 3 grown children. Paul, this award today is to honor you for your continuous passion in education. Congratulations.
Well, thanks, Benita. I'm delighted and appreciative of this honor. And as I thought about this, I looked at the list of people who have won this, and the first name that popped up is one from 1996, Regin Adams. And Regin Adams was an important figure in Albany in anti-poverty, anti-war, on behalf of women's rights and gay rights. And so I thought, what a wonderful benchmark for this kind of honoring. And so I was happy to be included in a category, or I should say a group that includes Regin Adams, just a wonderful woman. My family knew her, my mother worked with her, so her spirit of volunteerism was well known. The second name, of course, that I've known about for 20 years is my stepmother, Marion Lamar, who won this award back in 2000. And her family certainly knew her to be the energetic and directed person and joyous person that she was, not only in the family, but also in her professional life and her volunteer life over at Beltrone. So Marion came to mind with great pleasure. And finally, I wanted to say, give a special shout out to someone being honored this year, Alice Green, whom we have known, my family has known and admired and appreciated. And in fact, just yesterday, Alice Green once again demonstrated her commitment to civil rights, to a healthy Albany, by being a part of the dialogue down at the police station on Arch Street. And this is what you are honoring Alice for, and to be in her company as Albany and the United States and the world try to come to grips with so many issues of public policy and social justice. This humbles me, and I'm appreciative to be included in the year that recognizes Alice Green's contributions. Thank you. This is the third age. Shakespeare, whose birthday it is today, said there were the 7 ages of man. So I don't know if that means we have 4 more to go, but in any case, the third age has turned out to be quite wonderful. Thank you so much.
Paul, congratulations. Wally Altus served as president of the Albany Colony Regional Chamber of Commerce, now the Capital Chamber, from 1990 to 2002. During that time, the chamber grew to be the 3rd largest in New York State, with some 3,000 members. The chamber received several state and national awards for its innovative programming and administrative excellence, and led the effort to brand the Capital Region as Tech Valley. Wally retired from the chamber in 2002 and reestablished his consulting practice, which he had closed during his years at the chamber. Mr. Altus served as executive in residence at Union Graduate College and the Lally School of Management at RPI, and a senior counsel at Sawchuck Brown Public Relations and Gramercy Communications. He joined the boards of Berkshire Bank and MVP. He later became chair of boards of the Albany Institute of History and Art and Southern Vermont College. In 2010, Wally was asked to chair the Troy Downtown Collaborative, the forerunner to the Downtown Business Improvement District. Subsequently, he was appointed by Mayor Lou Rosamilia to the chairmanship of the Troy Industrial Development Agency and Local Development Corporation, and served as the chair of the Troy Music Hall Corporation. Mr. Altus has received several awards from organizations within the Capital Region. And Wally, we are honored. We did honor your lovely wife, Jane, several years ago for her wonderful contributions to the community. And now it's your turn. Congratulations on being selected to receive a Third Age Achievement Award.
Hello. I want to thank LifePath for this wonderful and unexpected honor. Senior Services is an organization I've greatly admired over the years for its work in the area and its unwavering commitment to the senior community. My wife Jane received this honor some 12 to 13 years ago, and I'm pleased to say that I have now caught up with her. I also want to mention Holly Cargill Kramer and congratulate her as she assumes the leadership of LifePath. Holly and I were colleagues some 30 years ago at the Chamber, and I'm so proud of her professional growth and development over the years. To my fellow honorees, my heartiest congratulations, and my thanks to each of you for the work you do and have done for the community. To Jim Harris and Marcia White, old friends, I'm delighted to share this day with you. To the other honorees, I'm saddened that our paths have not previously crossed, but that failure on my part does not diminish my delight at sharing the day with you as well. And finally, to Dr. Alice Green, I want to particularly give a shout out. Our community and our country must confront the national shame of racism and social injustice. Alice, a lot of people think you're a pain in the ass, but I might use the words of Congressman John Lewis. Keep getting into trouble, good trouble, necessary trouble. Alice, you honor us all by being with us today and being the conscience of the community. Thank you, LifePath. I will always treasure this recognition.
Congrats, Wally. Dr. John Bennett was named president and CEO of CDPHP in July 2008 after serving more than 10 years as chair, vice chair, and board member of the Capital Region's leading not-for-profit health plan. During this time, CDPHP has been recognized as one of the top-rated plans in the nation and named one of the best companies to work for in New York for 12 consecutive years. Prior to joining CDPHP, Dr. Bennett served as founding member and CEO of Prime Care Physicians. During his tenure, he co-led a team of 25 cardiologists and helped grow the practice to a 100-physician multi-specialty group. John is board certified by the National Board of Medical Examiners and the American Board of Internal Medicine, with subspecialties in internal medicine and cardiology. He earned his medical degree at SUNY Downstate Medical Center, Brooklyn, and a Bachelor of Science degree at RPI. Dr. Bennett completed an internship and residency in internal medicine and a fellowship in cardiovascular disease at Albany Medical Center. He's a fellow of the American College of Cardiology and the American College of Physicians. John is currently board chair for the Center for Economic Growth and the New York eHealth Collaborative and co-chair of the Palace Theater Board. He also serves on the boards of the Alliance of Community Health Plans, America's Health Insurance Plans, RPI, and the SAGE Colleges. He's a member of the New York Public Health and Health Planning Council, a position he was appointed to by Governor Andrew Cuomo. In addition, Dr. Bennett serves on several other Capital Region boards. Well known locally and nationally for advancing healthcare innovation, Dr. Bennett has received numerous awards and recognitions, including being inducted into the Tech Valley Business Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Dr. Bennett. It has been a delight for me to share the stories of these remarkable people with you, so many that I am honored to call a friend. They serve as a beacon for all of us to follow. And in these challenging times, we all need that light in front of us to remind us how great our community is and how we are so blessed to have so many people who are leading the way. And now let me ask Holly Cargill-Kramer, Executive Vice Director of LifePath, to talk to the attendees and the honorees.
Thank you, Benita, and thank you for all that you do for the Capital Region. As you're amazing, your generosity is so admirable. The work that you do, particularly for health and wellness organizations here in the Capital Region, is beyond measure, and you're a gift to all of us. Thank you to CDPHP. For being our presenting sponsor for today. And congratulations to Dr. Bennett. I'm glad that you could be at Wolfert's Roost with the rest of the honorees to share that time with them, and look forward to hearing your remarks added to the video that we're sharing today. And thank you to Cheshire Audio for making all of that possible and for making us all look good. And to all of our sponsors for their ongoing support. Vera, thank you and the entire LifePath Board of Directors for the work that you've done and continue to do to keep this organization healthy and strong. And to our honorary committee for the support for LifePath and our honorees, and for helping us to celebrate them here today. I am new to LifePath, having begun this role in January, but I'm not new to the Capital Region. So this class of honorees is certainly not unknown to me or anybody else in the Capital Region. A couple of them, though, are near and dear to my heart, having been colleagues. Wally Altess, thank you for the shout out and for being my friend and mentor for many years now. Wally and I worked together at the Albany Colony Chamber of Commerce, my second stint at the Chamber in 1990. Jim Harris, also a mentor. was preparing to be the chair of the Albany Colony Chamber of Commerce, the newly merged Albany and Colony Chambers of Commerce, when I began my professional career there in 1980. I'm dating both of us now. Paul Lamar and I were colleagues at SUNY Cobleskill when he was an instructor there and I was serving as their director of communications. Lily and we have not worked together, but the work of the Legal Aid Society is something I've celebrated for a number of years, and the importance of what they do is impossible to state. Nicholas, you're clearly a force of nature in Cohoes. Marcia White, what you have done for my alma mater, St. Rose, at the crossroads that they found themselves at recently in the midst of COVID and the social justice issues that face our country at a very difficult time is amazing. And I'm really pleased that St. Rose has you to help them through those times. And every one of our honorees today has remarked on Alice Green and the importance of the work that she and has done for social justice issues here in the Capital Region and far beyond. You are a blessing to all of us, so thank you very much. LifePath, many moons ago, known as Senior Services of Albany, has changed its name a couple of years ago to become LifePath in recognition of the changes in the third age and beyond, and having these awards and this opportunity to really bring and shine a light on the achievements of people 60 and above and their ongoing participation in their ongoing importance to all walks of our society is an invaluable opportunity. LifePath recognizes that there are 3 generations in what we call the senior citizens from Gen X on up. And so we celebrate all of those achievements and everything that all of these people bring to our communities. We're glad to have had you here to help us celebrate and support the needs and help us to provide support for all of those needs as well. Thank you for being here. We hope you've enjoyed the event. We thank you again for celebrating with us, and we look forward to seeing you in August at our Travers event for even more celebration and hopefully celebration in person. I hope you all enjoy the remainder of this program, which is our shout out rolls from all of those who take a few moments to speak to their love of our honorees and their respect for our honorees. Enjoy that and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being with us.
On behalf of Metrolane Business Machines, a proud business partner of LifePath, we would like to congratulate the recipients of the 25th Annual Third Age Achievement Awards. We wish you continued success in 2021.
From all of us here at NABA, our sincere congratulations on the 2021 LifePath Third Age Achievement Award winners. You're all truly pillars in our community. Thank you for everything that you've done and everything you continue to do for our community. Congratulations.
Best Third Age recipient. Congratulations to all of you being honored today. And thank you, LifePath, for all you do in service to our community.
He has provided extraordinary service to our community.
Thank you and congratulations.
On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Legal Aid Society, we would like to congratulate our Executive Director, Lillian Moy, on receiving the Third Age Achievement Award. Lillian, thank you for your leadership, hard work, and service. And the board would also like to thank all the honorees. Congratulations, everyone.
The Board of Directors of the Legal Aid Society of Northeastern New York congratulates our leader, Lillian Moy, on receiving the Third Age Achievement Award. And our congratulations to all of the other honorees as well. Well done.
Congratulations. We're proud of you.
Very proud of you.
Albany Med Health System congratulates all of the Third Age Achievement Award winners and extends a special congratulations to Lillian Moy. Thank you for your work on our Board of Directors and your commitment to Albany Med.